Our second simplest method of graphing is to graph using the slope and the y-intercept. The main disadvantage that this method has is that in order to use it, we really want to write our equation in slope-intercept form. Now it's relatively easy to get our equation in slope-intercept form. We just need to solve for y. So for example, in the last video, we were trying to graph the equation 5x plus 4y equals 12. To solve this for y, first we'll subtract 5x on both sides. We'll get 4y is negative 5x plus 12. And then we'll multiply both sides by a fourth. On the left, we're just left with y. On the right, when we distribute, we have negative 5/4 x plus 12 times a fourth is 3. And so we see, looking at this form, here's our m, and here's our b. Our slope is negative 5/4, and our y-intercept is 0,3. How shall we graph this? Well, we need to make sure that our x-axis goes out to 4 in either direction. We need to make sure that our y-axis, let's see, 3 plus negative 5 is negative 2, 3 minus negative 5 is positive 8. Our y-axis should go up to 8 and down to negative 2. So our axis should look something like this. Notice I drew my x-axis going out to 5 rather than to 4, because it looked kind of stubby. Okay. Now I'm ready to graph. I'll graph my y-intercept, and then I'll use my slope over 4 down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to get another point. And then I'm ready to draw my line. And notice, as we expected, the place where we cross the x-axis is somewhere between 2 and 3. Okay. Why would we not always use this method then? Well, if we know that the x and y-intercepts are nice numbers, then we don't need to do any of this solving for y stuff. On the other hand, if our equation is already solved for y, and the y-intercept is nice, we might as well use this method, because then we don't have to do any algebra. But what should we do if the y-intercept is not a nice number? What if we have, for example, this equation? Suppose that we want to graph the equation y equals 2/3 x minus 5/3. Well, the slope is just fine, but the y-intercept doesn't have integer coordinates. In this case, we want to choose a point other than the y-intercept to use in our graph, and we'll see how to do that in the next video.